You know what really bugs me is when the turn signal in my classic 900 wouldn't stay where I put it. I put it on a right turn and the thing would fall down. I'd have to hold it up. That bugs me. And you know, I just couldn't live with that. I'm that kind of guy. So today I'm going to go through how to repair the turn signal stock on a classic 900. I'm not going to cover how you take it out of the car. That should be simple enough to do. But the repair itself only takes about 10 or 15 minutes. So let's get to it.
Alright, first thing you have to do is drill out the two rivets that hold the plastic case onto the metal case. Then you just gently pry the plastic off, being careful because it's very brittle. You don't want to break it at this point. When you open it up, there are little pieces that may go flying onto the floor, especially that roller part and then the contact ground for the high beams. Don't let that little roller ball get away. This clearly shows you where the roller ball wears on that ramp mechanism. And what you have to do is file that down or use a Dremel tool to make the edge sharp again instead of flattened by the roller ball. You can use a file, but Dremel tool just takes a couple minutes. You don't need to take too much off. This gives you a good shot as to how the Dremel tool has filed the edge clean again instead of it being rounded off. That roller ball will roll up the ramp and then grip right there. While you're at it, clean off all the contacts. Now it's time to put it back together. When you put it back together, you notice there's a post that the arm goes on. Don't forget to put that little contact piece for the high beams. I generally just use a little dab of super glue on the remnant of the rivet. You have to put it in roller wheel first and then put the arm down over the lever down over the post that's there, and then just test the function. Make sure the roller ball grips on the right side of the ramp, and make sure it grips on the left side of the ramp. Make sure the release mechanism works, and if all that checks out, it's time to put the plastic piece with the wiring contacts back on. When you insert the plastic cover back on, you have to be careful of the two tabs that you don't break them off. Once you slide that plastic piece back in, you should be able to push it down over the remnants of the rivets that you drilled out. There are the tab areas there. Make sure you don't break those off. So now that it's back together, all that's left to do is glue it. So I use some of that clear weld epoxy stuff. Just mix it up and put a few drops into the depression where you drilled out the rivet. Let it harden.
Okay, here's the finished product. Let's test the function. Nice and firm. Return works fine. Nice and firm. Return works fine. So 15-20 minutes. Basic tools, not much expense. You can fix your turn signal in your classic 900. No longer do you have to hold it up. Okay, Saab on.
Saab Magic Man.